In our previous videos, we've learned how to host a website locally on our computer. We use local by fly. Yeah. I know you want to learn how to host your website on the internet so that you share the link with your friends. That's what I'll teach you in this video. So join me and learn how to host your website on the internet. Hosting your website on the internet is a premium service. You have to pay for it. Mhm. Yeah. But we have some kind-hearted people who have made this quite simple for you and I. And then for people like us who are learning how to build websites, we do not need to pay. So they've made a service for us that you can build your website for free. Yes, host it online for free. The only disadvantage is that some of them has, most of them have a limit at the kind of site you can put there. So, example, they have a limited disk space they'll give you. Sometimes they just give you only 300 megabytes. Also, they might have a limit on the bandwidth that you consume and also the traffic. So if you see that every day you're getting like 1,000 people visiting your site, that means that you are making business with it. You are not just learning how to build sites. So they have that autonomy to just take your site off. Yes, they have their control. You can't do anything about it. That platform is just for testing purposes. So if you are building a site that you want to use it to work, it's not advisable to use a free hosting site because they have that authority to actually take it off if you are in violation of any of their terms. And the good thing too is that some of them too you can always upgrade to a paid hosting service. There is another bad thing too. You will see that for the free hosting site, the URL isn't so unique to you. You'd have the company's name or the website's name also in your URL. You will see an example, and when you share it with people, it doesn't really send your brand out there. It doesn't really make you unique. And the IT geeks will know that, oh, this is free hosting. We've got you. But anyway, for the purpose of this tutorial, it's good because you are just learning how to build a website. So come along with me and let's see. So let's go to Chrome. And then what we can do is that I like to teach my students that they should always ask Google. And that will help you do research more. So you can either go to YouTube or you go to Google and then let's ask Google something like free hosting sites, something like that. So yes, free hosting sites. Let's see the options. Yes, let's look at this options they've given us. So you have Infinity Free, you have Wix, you have 00 Web Host, and then the others. Infinity Free, I have tried it once. The interface looks like the old way of building websites. The old ways when I started learning how to build websites. Now a lot of people have changed it. Now they don't use the control panel anymore. But you can still try Infinity Free. They say that everything they use is free. Everything they give you is free and unlimited. So you get unlimited space, unlimited bandwidth. That's what they claim. So yes, you can try it, but remember, caution you that when you go there, the interface will look very old to you if you are just learning websites. It will look very archaic and probably quite difficult. Wix, we are not going to use Wix for this tutorial because Wix is not WordPress. It doesn't run on WordPress. It's a whole different thing. So we'll not use Wix. Let's use the next one here, 000 Web Host. That one, I've used it before. I like it before because it's close to the kind of web hosting that's the paid web hosting. Their interface is close to the paid web hosting interface. So when you learn it, it's easier for you to switch to a paid web hosting. So let's use 00 Web Host. The only disadvantage is that for 00 Web Host, they give you only 300 megabytes but space. Yes, and then when you're having a lot of traffic, they can always take your site off. And then if you don't visit your site in a long time, they can take it off or they'll archive it for you. Alright, so let's go to our website and then let's type. If you don't know the URL, just type 000 Web Host and then Google will give you the URL. Oh, it's .com. So let's click on it. Yes. So 000 webhost.com. Alright, so we don't want to go to premium. It's powered by Hostinger. Hostinger is a popular paid hosting service. So they have made this free version for us to use to practice. And then if your site become big, then you want to upgrade it, you can always upgrade it to Hostinger at less than $3 per month. Okay, so we want to get started now. We want to sign up, and then we want a free one. We don't want any of the paid ones, so let's choose a free one. So you just have 300 megabyte disk space. You can only create one website. You have a limited bandwidth. That's only 3 gigabytes. So if you have a lot of people getting into your site, you have a problem. And then there's no email support, so you can't create an email account. And then there's no email account, so you can't create any email account with that. And then there's also no support. When you get an error, you cannot call them and then ask them to help you. You have to figure it out on your own. So that's how it works. Alright, so yes, let's choose a free one anyway. It's good for this our tutorial because we just need a disk space and then bandwidth, and we need to create just one website here. So let's choose a free sign up, and then to sign up you can put your email address there. Let me use this email address and password. Note, please, this email address and the password you are using is for the hosting account, not your WordPress. We've not said anything about WordPress up to this point. So this one is to log into 00 Host and then access your hosting account. Your hosting account has the server service on it. So anything you put here, please, is for your hosting account, not your WordPress. We'll get to WordPress after this. So you put something that you can remember. So alright, hopefully this is a secured password. So let me sign up. Alright, so let's wait for it. Alright, so hey there. Then the name that I choose, Michael Obercoins here. Please, if you get to this point, if you don't take time, you sleep here, sleep here, and then maybe you germinate. It will keep loading. You'll be waiting and then watching this loading or this loading. It will never come. When you get to this point, to proceed, there's no button to click, but that's what you are supposed to do to proceed. It says, we've sent you a confirmation email your way. Verify your email address to continue. So the only way out of this part is to go to your email address and verify your email account. So that's the email they sent from 00 Webhost. If you can't find it, go to all mail or go to your spam to look for it. So you go to the email they sent you and then click to verify your email. So I've clicked to verify my email, and that's all you need to move on from this stage to this stage. So that's the next stage. So please, when you get here, go down, go to your email, the email you use, and verify it. That is the only way you can leave this side. Alright, so I've verified my email, they've told me, and then I can get started. Alright, so what do you like to do? You want to learn web development, so we select that, and then yes, you can learn it there. Yes, let's continue. Yes, I have Chrome already, so I'll skip. Name your project. So now we have a hosting account. The email and my password is for the hosting. At this point, it's just like you just installed local. You have just installed local. You have your hosting account. That is what you have now. Now, name your project. You are entering into the WordPress part of the whole thing. So yes, now it's like installing WordPress. Anything you put here, it is for your website. It's for your WordPress. So our website name. Note, this is not the website name. Is not your username. It's the website name that you see big there. You'll get to your point. You ask us to put a username there. So our website name, we'll choose um, what should we choose? So yes, this one too, let's call it a business website. Business website. Alright. And then we generate a password. You can use what they've given you, generate another password, but I want something I remember, so let me clear this and then let me call it. Let me put my password there. Alright, so let me submit. I guess it's a strong password I've used. Please, yeah, don't forget your password. I beg you. If you do, there's no way you can continue. Submit. It's not showing. Alright, this is the reason why it's not proceeding. I like the fact that I've gotten this error, so I can tell you this. You can see what they've written here. You can only use numbers, letters. You can only use numbers, Latin letters, and then hyphens. I use a space here. That's why it's not working. So let me just clean the website there. Now I'm not getting any error here. So when I click submit, it should go. So if you're clicking submit and it's not working, check the information they put down here or down there. Correct it before you proceed. If your password is too weak, you can't submit. And if you left a space like I did, you can't submit, or any special characters, you can't submit. You only need letters, numbers, and Latin characters. Alright, so let's submit, and then it's loaded. So yes, they said another website with this name already exists, so it's not opening. So let's name it something more complicated. Let's call it business website, but that's one word. Website. Let's see. Okay, that's another website. Okay, business web. Alright, so we'll keep doing this and we'll never get there. So let's try something radical. Let me use my name. Alright, so welcome. Hopefully I've not done this before. Too many requests. Alright, so I would have to wait a couple of minutes to do this. And so let's wait. I'll pause the video here. Until then, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share, and leave a comment and let's interact. Which error did you get when you got here? Then let's do it. I'll pause the video. Alright, so I'm back after a few minutes. I want to see if it will actually work. About some 5 minutes. Let's see if it works. Okay, I want to put something there that I'm sure nobody has used. A welcome website. I don't think I'll ever use something like that to create my website. So it's perfect. Let's see if it works. So submit. Oh yeah, it worked. It worked. So our website has been created. So yes, how are you going to build your website? Are you going to import it? Are you going to use their site builder, which a lot of people do use? I don't want it. I want a clean, a virgin install of WordPress. So I'm going to choose this. So let's install WordPress. Alright, so they've given me a username as admin. That's the username. Remember the site name that I read. I told you it's not the username. It's just the name of the website on the top. Alright, so this is like installing WordPress. A username, admin. I don't like admin. I'll forget. So let me use this. Alright, and then the password to it has to be strong. Strong. Okay. So let me use something that I wouldn't forget. I'd call it word what? At 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make it stronger. Alright. So that's my password. Hopefully I'll not forget. When I forget, please remind me. Whether I want 2345 and then exclamation exclamation. Of course the language is English. So let's install our WordPress. So yes, you are installing the WordPress. This that you are seeing is the equivalent of local. This part of local. That's the same as this. This is your hosting. This is how your hosting will look like. Now you can see that it has free hosting. You can build your website here, which we are building now. The choose website setting, community, learn to code. This is the back end of this. And you realize that when we were using the local, we didn't really do a lot of things here, only to open site and open admin. We didn't do a lot of things here. That's the same way here, you don't do a lot of things here. Where you do a lot of things is the back end of the WordPress, not the back end of the hosting, but then the back end of the WordPress. But yes, this is the equivalent of this part of local. Right, so let's wait for our WordPress to install. And as usual, you know, the drill: like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on post notification, and yes, let me know which problem you had when building this. Alright, so let's wait for it to finish. It might take a while, so please get a stronger internet connection and then you'll be fine. Like I said, sit back and relax. Alright, so congratulations, it's ready. Our WordPress is now ready for configuration. So let's go to our configuration page. That's the back end. So let's click this and then it has sent us to our back end. Just like any normal WordPress. So that's it. Have you seen just what we did? We've installed we've created a hosting account, a free hosting account. We've installed our WordPress and now this is the back end of our WordPress. So let's log in. So to log in, what username did I use? Business. Yeah, the password you remember, right? So please help me. I want to show you what I'm typing. So yes, I typed, I believe I did something like this: word at 1 2 3 4 5 and then 2 exclamations. Alright, so remember me, I don't want you to do this over and over. Alright, this is the back end. Isn't this beautiful? Yes, it is. So this is the back end of my WordPress. Let me look at my front end. To do that, I can just copy my URL, come and paste it here without the WP admin, or I'll come here, I'll hover over this one, come to visit site. I want to open it in a new tab, so I'll right click and then open in new tab. Now I can see the front end of my WordPress. Virgin install of WordPress. This is not so virgin install of WordPress because they've installed a theme by Colorlib and it looks different from our normal virgin install. And then you can see there are a lot of things here. You can see there are WP forms, they are all in one WP, what and what, insights, highlights, what and what and what and what. All those things, we don't really need them. That's what they've given us, so we can take them all off if you want to. So yes, have you seen what we just did? We've installed, we've created a hosting account online, and then we've installed our WordPress. So yes, if you want to share your link with others, that's the link. You can share it with anybody. So you can use this, share this page, or you can just copy this link and then share it with anyone. It will work. So the link was my website name dot their website 000 web host, and then they added app.com. So that's the website name. If you forget it, you can always Google 000 web host URL. So if you forget it, you can just Google it and they will tell you how the URL. So you can just go and then you see. I forgot it once and I found it here, so you can always check. So yes, this is our website. All right. So at this point, I want us to install the theme. After installing the theme, we'll also install the starter template and then we'll import a site. So let's do that. All right. So to do that, I'll come to appearance and themes. Add new. Don't search the theme here. Don't be tempted to search, or else you not see anything. So add new. So add new. You can directly upload the theme if you have it. Or let's come here and come and search for the theme we want. We want this theme Astra, but anyway, let's search it. So yes, use Astra, not Astral. So install Astra. It's lightweight and it helps your site to load faster. It also has starter templates that makes it easier to build your site in minutes. So yes, after any installing, you have to activate. So let's activate our theme. And now that it's active, this one will look a little different. So that's how it looks now. Alright, so we want to also install the starter template. So we go to plugin, installed plugins, and then here we'll see the plugins that are here. We don't really need this plugin, so we go to add new. Do not search for plugins there, go to add new. When you come to add new, you see all this plugin, featured, popular, recommended, favorites. Then you come here, you come and search the plugin we need. The plugin I need is called starter templates. Yes. Oh, it's not found. So type Astra. Astra. Alright, so that's what we need. It has this S logo, starter templates, Elementor, what. I think at first it was used to be called Astra Starter Sites also. Yes, Astra Starter Sites. That's why when I typed the starter templates, it didn't come. Because initially it was called Astra Starter Sites. So let's install it. And like always, after installing, you activate. If you do not activate, when you come to the installed plugins, you realize that they will tell you to activate here. But once it's activated, you see library and then deactivate. So let's go and see library. And then you see this, you come here, build your website now. We will use the page builder Elementor for this tutorial. You could use a block editor, that is the default WordPress block editor, that's Gutenberg. And you can use Beaver, but for the purpose of this tutorial, you use Elementor page builder. So you see lots of sites, you can search for it, you can browse, you can do whatever, and then search the perfect site you need. So it's either you choose a site that has what you want to build. So if I want to build a skin cleansing store, it will be better for me to choose this because I have the content, that's the pictures and the text that better suits me. Or I might decide to use this because I like this design. This is the kind of design I want to build, so I'll choose this one. So that's what you do when you are choosing the starter site. You choose the one that is in what you want to build, or the design is just as you want or similar to what you want. The premium ones you need to buy. I strongly believe that you can build from the scratch, and you can also choose a template like this, a free template, and then build it. If there's a feature you need that is not there, you can always build it, and I'm going to teach you how to do so. Alright, so because it's a business website and we are computer students, so let's go and look for digital agency, and then let's install this. So digital agency, yes, you can customize the site from here, but you can also, after it comes, you can also do it at the back end, which we will do. So we'll just leave everything as a default, but if you want to change anything here, you can do it. And by the time you are done, your website is good to go. and they're asking you questions just to help them, so you can fill in this part. But I do not want to fill in that part, so I'll just leave it like that, and then I'll go to submit and build my website. So it will take a while, and then my website will be built. So let's wait a little bit. Alright, so it's done. My website has been built in just 26 seconds. It's amazing. That's how fast you can build a website. So that's how my old one looks like. Let's see how my new one looks like. Let me click on view your website. So this is the old before and after. Boom, so nice. Fully functional, complete website. That's when you even click, you would see, yes, the other pages. It's simply amazing. It's simply amazing. Alright, so in our next videos we'll learn how to customize those websites. So see you in the next video.